election gauge, and what we did with this project is look at tweets and the way people speak and how it compares to the corpus of a candidate. So as some of you may have heard of, there was news about Twitter predicting, people use Twitter data to predict the stock market. And so we took a similar approach and applied it to the elections. So, can Twitter predict the elections? Support for a political candidate can be detected by looking at a mirroring behavior. What is mirroring? Mirroring is copying someone unconsciously, kind of like a technique used in dating, as you see in the picture. So the idea is that if you are like a candidate, you will speak like a candidate, and therefore you are more likely to vote like a candidate. All candidates have some words and common expressions, and every candidate has a trademark. Now, what you see there, the sort of center node is Romney. There'll be more pictures of this, and those are sort of his subset of nodes. Stemmed words, sorry. And so here we have Romney, Santorum, and Gingrich. In the middle, you have their shared vocabulary. And on the edges, you have their individual stemmed words. So what you have in the center is a lot of overlap between words that you would expect to be shared amongst candidates, national, economy, so on and so forth. So here's an example of someone who might not like Santorum. They would never say, repeal Obamacare, ban contraception, and Santorum would never say something like legalize marijuana. So the research question, do people exhibit mirroring behavior in political speech online? And aggregating speech by location, can we predict the electoral outcome? Right now, we're only looking at the preliminary elections. So after collecting data, we have about 2,000, I believe 2,000 tweets. We're just using the open data set from Twitter. You can see there's high spikes on election nights as far as activity, and lower spikes when it's not election night, or lower time frames when it's not election night. And looking at this, we localized the speech using user location, iPhone location, tweet location, and location mention. Initially, we were at 5% accuracy, and we moved it up to 40% accuracy by sort of a fuzzy matching of location data. It was really hard, and we've been sort of learning misspellings of locations as we go along. So this was our first iteration of data. And for Ohio, we were successful in our predicted win. We actually came pretty close. I would say Ohio is our best example. Next, we have Florida. With Florida, we were a little bit more off, but not too bad, still predicted it. But then we start falling apart in the more rural states where we have less data. So Georgia, Kansas, we failed. We're working on this, so hopefully by the time the general election comes along, we'll have it worked out. But we're having really good results in sort of high population areas. Michigan, we predicted the winner. And so yes, high population areas where we've been successful, low population, like the center of the country, where you see there isn't a lot of activity, we're having issues. And also highly active candidates in social media like Ron Paul are overweighted and compared to their real support. This is not a representative data set. It is what it is. So these are our predictions for the upcoming elections, New York and California. These were made before Gingrich dropped out. So they still include Gingrich. If I had to take a guess on how Gingrich would spread, I would say about 50-50, slightly weighted to Romney, but Romney should still take both of those. And here are some of the people who worked on the project. Thank you.